Hi, I'm Savannah from Rural Rescue First Aid. It's freezing out. Today, we're going to talk about frostbite. Frostbite occurs when the water in our skin and our cells, between our cells, starts to freeze. Usually, it happens in our extremities, like our fingers, our toes, our ears, and our nose. I sound like a kindergarten teacher. Anyways, as the water is freezing between those cells, ice crystals and swelling begin to happen underneath the skin. When that happens, tissue, cells, and nerves can be severely damaged or destroyed. What does frostbite look like? Frostbite can look like white and waxy skin. It will feel hard and as cold as ice. There can be a lot of pain associated with frostbite until the limb or the extremity is completely frozen. Then there's actually no pain at all. We would call that deep frostbite. Initial frostbite, lots of pain. When someone develops frostbite, we need to get them to a warm environment where we can maintain a steady amount and a gradual amount of heat growth. We don't want to just stick them in front of a fireplace because that would actually burn their very precious frozen skin. We do not want to start warming up body parts until we're inside in a controlled environment. If I started warming up, let's say someone's fingertips outside, I warm them up, we put them back into their gear and we expose them back into the cold, that frostbite will reverse 10 times faster than it originally happened, and it's gonna get worse every single time. The best way to help someone with frostbite initially is to use their own body as warmth. So take their hands or their toes. I guess they can't put their toes in their armpit. Take their hands and put their hands in their own armpit. If you want to physically help warm up this person, rest their body part, maybe their toes, on a surface like your leg and put your hands on top of their feet to slowly warm them up. Do not vigorously rub skin that is frostbitten, and do not use heat pads directly on frostbitten skin. It will actually, the vigorousness of it, is that a thing? The vigorousness of it will actually damage the tissue, and when you're putting something super hot on something super frozen, you're actually just damaging more of the skin and actually causing a burn on top of frozen skin. So let's not do that. Once we've started warming them up, we can continue that process by actually submerging that person's extremity into some warm water. Now it has to be lukewarm. You do not want hot water because, again, that is going to burn them. So submerge their body part in warm water until it starts to feel better. Many people say that with frostbite, they have no feeling in their fingertips, and obviously any type of mobility is completely gone. As the feeling starts coming back into their hands, they may feel a burning, tingling sensation until we've completely thawed out their extremity. Once we de-thaw someone's extremity, we are then going to wrap it up if it's been a significant enough frostbite burn. When you're wrapping up an extremity, like their hands, you must individually wrap each fingertip and do not wrap them together because the skin is so fragile. We need to separate them and properly treat each digit. While you're helping this person with their frostbite, there is a very high chance that that person also has hypothermia. So we do want to warm up their entire core temperature, mostly starting with their trunk. This is where their blood needs to warm up first, and that warm blood will move to their extremities and warm up the rest of their body. A couple things to avoid when treating someone for frostbite and hypothermia. One, we don't want to give them any caffeine, and we also don't want to give them any alcohol. It's might be true that a little bit of whiskey might warm you up a bit, but on technical terms, it kind of does the opposite. So let's not do that. No caffeine, no alcohol. Don't put them in front of a hot fire or a really hot water. Don't vigorously rub the body part. Treat it very gently and make sure that if the affected area is bad enough, we are definitely going to seek medical attention. The best ways to avoid frostbite and hypothermia is literally just preparing yourself for those cold winter experiences and having enough backup, like maybe some hand warmers and feet warmers, to help maintain body heat when you're not actually physically capable of producing that body heat by being active all the time. So make sure you are prepared, you have a strategy or a plan to keep yourself warm when you're in -20-degree temperatures, and you're prepared for the worst. If you liked this video or you learned something, we would love if you give us a like, and maybe you could share this with a friend, big snowmobiler, maybe they love building snowmen, who knows what it is. We would love if you like, subscribe, and share our videos, and we'll see you soon.